Hello, hello. Happy Friday. How are you? Hi, Lynn. Hi, Beach. Welcome in, welcome in. Hi, Kim. How are you doing? Friday. I've never seen that before. Hi, Lisa. Happy Friday or Friday to you. Hi, Anne. Welcome in, welcome in. Hi, Melissa. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I have my hoodie on today with shorts because I'm in the house. We got like 10 inches of snow, so I'm not going out there. I refuse. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Lorinda. Hi, Bianca. Hi, Jess. Had to get the kids situated. They're upstairs watching a movie. Hopefully they'll be content. How are you guys doing? 222. Come on in, like the video, share the video, put a comment. I appreciate it. Beautiful sunny day here, then a lot of snow for 4 days. Oh, wah wah. Kim, I've been on point with your relationship. Okay. Hi, Samantha. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Hi, Kim. Hi, Marianne. Hi, Ashley. My day is good. I've been busy. I had to redo all my personal readings yesterday. There was something messed up. It glitched on the audio, so I was up super early working. That's why my live is so late today. Hi, Nadia. Hi, Shelly. So if you guys ordered a personal reading, I am all caught up through this morning. If you booked this morning, then I haven't got to those yet. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Heather. Las Vegas. Nice. Readings are always right on. Yep. That's actually what I wanted to talk to before we get started is collectives. So depending on, different tarot readers, intuitive readers, psychics, they draw in people in certain collections. So when we talk about collective readings, that is drawing in the audience that of those people that are in those situations. And I was thinking about it last night and this morning. It's like collective readings, what may resonate for you 2 months ago may be different now. And so working with the people in the collective, you may find that you have a tarot reader or a psychic that you use for quite some time or you follow for a long time, but then you shift or their collective shifts and then you no longer resonate with them or they don't resonate with your situation because everybody's on a different timeline. So I was just thinking about that. I'm like, people's audience can change and who you watch can shift and change. So it's always good to hear when you are resonating that those are the people that I'm here to help. I'm here to help guide you on your path's journey on what you can do to help move along. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Tilly. So it's really important. So sometimes you may watch somebody and you may resonate great with them. And maybe you do for a while, but then you don't anymore. And that's okay. It's no offense. It's just the way it works. Collectives, you have to go with who you feel drawn to, who resonates with your situation that can help you. And not every, I don't think every reader is always authentic. So you really have to use your discernment with who you trust and who you don't. Don't they say energy change? Yeah, it can change by the minute, Janetta. It can change all the time. It can shift and change. Like I could do a reading right now, and then I could clear the energy and do another reading. It'd be a completely different energy. So it just depends. Like I said, you have to use your discernment on who you're drawn to and if it is your story or not your story. And that's why readers always say that. They're like, only take it if it resonates for you. Don't try to force a reading to fit into your life. Your life should fit into that reading, that scenario, or at least pieces of it. Hi, Robin. How are you? Oh, good, Melissa. I'm glad. Great. Hi, Charlotte. How are you? Happy Friday. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for liking and commenting. Thank you for joining the live. We're going to do all signs the next 48 hours. We'll look at Aries all the way through Pisces. We'll see kind of what the energy is over the next 48 hours. I did pull out some other, these are messages like from your person. I've got messages of closure and some from the heart card. So we're going to get those of what your person might be thinking or feeling. A little bit different from the hidden truth messages. And we'll just kind of see what the energy is. Keep in mind, like I always say, only take what resonates, leave the rest. Hi, Shelly from Iowa. How are you? Hi, Charlene. I love your name, Charlene. It's so, I don't think I've ever seen a Charlene. Charlene and Charmaine. That sounds like twin names. That would be cute girl twin names. Charlene and Charmaine. Hello, how are you? Patrick, I do ask a question, get an answer at the very end if you want to stick around to the end. Not in-depth reading. If you want, I do have a future spouse reading on my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. Otherwise, you can do ask a question and an answer at the end after we do all signs, Aries through Pisces. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome, Angela, for being a newbie. Thank you for joining the live. Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Debbie. So we got like 10 and a half inches yesterday. So the kids are out of school. They're upstairs watching a movie. So hopefully they'll be content while I do this live. Would love to book a reading. Always watch on Facebook. Tilly, you can book a reading. We can either do a live Zoom reading or you can do a pre-recorded reading. You can check them out on my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. I usually have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. If it's longer than that, I will always let you know, but usually it's not. I try to turn around pretty quickly. I know some people are like 2, 3, 4 weeks out. I think because the energy shifts so drastically, if you order a reading now, you want to know what's going on now. So I really try to turn those over fairly fast. Of course, if you want it urgent, I do have a express or urgent option. They are in addition to the price of the reading. So there's an additional fee if you want it in less than 12 hours guaranteed or less than 24 guaranteed. Hi, Denise. Mary Beth, I am doing all signs the next 48 hours. What's the energy around you? And then I'm doing ask a question, get an answer bonus at the end. And that is always free. I do that just because I know some people can't afford to buy a reading. Times are tough for a lot of people right now. So anything that I can give back, all I ask in return is you like the video, you share it, you put a comment. That would be great. Hi, Patrick. All right. Hi, Paul. How are you? Good afternoon. Hi, Caroline from Ireland. It's Saturday in Australia. Okay. Well, it's still Friday here in the United States. So happy Saturday to you, Marie. Thank you, Lynn. We're going to get started here in just a minute. Hi, Michelle. Michelle, did you guys get more snow last night? You're welcome, Lisa. Hi, Lynn Vin Lee. Or is it Lai Vin Lee? Lai Vin Lai? Lai Vin Lai? Sorry if I said it wrong. Hi, Kim from Italy. Thank you, Marie. The world is expensive, Paul. Yeah, it's crazy. Everything's went up so much. I go get just a few groceries and I'm like $140 later. I'm like, I got like 4 bags. What happened? So crazy. Hi, Katrina. Hi, Karen. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for joining the live. Hi, Elsie from South Africa. How are you doing? No, I'm not a Libra. Can you guys guess what sign I am? I told you yesterday, if you were on my live yesterday, I told you what my moon sign was. Can anybody, I bet somebody can guess what my sun sign is. If you guess it, I'll tell you if you're right or wrong. If you guys can guess what my sun sign is. Nope, I'm not a Taurus. I have Pisces in my moon. Oh, thank you, Live and Lie. Pisces moon. Yep, Janetta. Hi, Terry. Most psychics are Cancers. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. Ding, ding, ding. Terry, you are correct. I am a Leo. My son is a Leo. If you can't tell, I have the long hair like a Leo. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, I am a Leo sun. I am a Pisces moon. So I am definitely a Leo. If you guys haven't been able to tell by my personality on live, I'm pretty direct. I'm pretty loud. I talk very loud naturally. I don't even realize how loud I talk, but I talk loud. And I'm just kind of out there. I just kind of go to the beat of my own drum, I think is what most would say. So you have a Leo moon. Okay. Yeah. So I have a Leo sun and I'm a Pisces moon. Oh, you're from UK. Nice. You're a Leo sun and a Scorpio moon. Okay. My youngest is a Scorpio. My oldest is an Aquarius and my middle is a Virgo. Yep. And my man, he's a Virgo. So yeah. You have long hair too? Yeah. I think it's a Leo thing, Terry. A lot of Leos have long hair. And it's funny is because when my best friend, we're like 6 months apart. We've been friends since we were like really, really little, like 7th grade, 8th grade. Anyways, when we turned 40, she chopped all her hair off. She used to have hair down to her butt too. She chopped it all off and she went like super short, like a pixie cut. And she's like, "You're gonna cut yours?" I'm like, "No," because that's the stigma. Like once you turn 40, oh, you're just gonna magically cut your hair. Not no more. I don't think that's a stigma anymore at all. I have no desire to cut my hair short. I had my hair short once, many, many years ago. I had like a bob. It was like an inverted bob a long, long time ago. That's the only time I've ever had short hair. Even when I was little, I had long, long hair. But you guys notice I don't wear my hair down very often. I'm a bun girl. I'm a mom bun girl. I prefer a bun over wearing my hair down. It's our main. Yep, that's right, Terry. Yeah, I actually just chopped like a foot of my hair off not that long ago. Because it was so long, like I would sit down and it would get like caught when I'd sit on it. I'd sit on my hair and it'd get like wrapped on my back. It was driving me nuts. So I chopped a whole foot of it off. It's still super long, but you won't ever cut. How long is yours, Terry? Your birthday's February 26th. Okay. One of my close friends, hers is February 20th. She's actually a twin. She has a twin brother. You're a Leo. You have very long hair. 66. Nice. Yours is long. 44. Long your whole life. Wear a bun almost every day. That's how I am. Mom life. Yes. I think I wear my hair down maybe once or twice a week. Sometimes I'll flat iron it, but not always. Yeah, I do look younger when my hair's down. That's my kids say that all the time. They're like, "Mom, you should wear hair down." I get hot with it down. I don't know. It's based on my mood. My hair, my clothes are based on my mood, what I'm going to do. Really long? Is it? Oh, okay. You and your brother have the same birthday? Really? Oh, that's kind of cool. But you're not twins. But you're not considered Irish twins, Bethany, huh? Since you're a year apart. Or is that? I think it's, isn't it less than 14 months? You always look nice and cute. Thanks, Charlene. Thank you. We share a birthday a year apart. That's really cool. Yeah. I think you are considered Irish twins when you're, I think it's 14 months or less. Yep. Yeah. All of my kids have longer hair too. My oldest, her hair's shorter, but her hair doesn't grow very long. If she straightens it, it looks long. Yeah, it is a Leo thing. Hi, Martine. How are you? He's so opposite of you. Is he? You're the same sign, but he's opposite of you? He's a pastor and I'm a recovered addict. Yeah. You know what's interesting about the recovered addict? I was just talking to my guy about this last night. It's so funny. So, you know, if you guys were on the live when I first started, I was talking about different collectives and different tarot readers and how you may be drawn to certain people. Like you may be drawn to me as a reader, and what I talk as advice for my collective is part of your story. But maybe it is right now, but maybe 2 months ago it wasn't, or maybe in 6 months it won't, and you'll move on either to not watch anybody or to maybe watch somebody else. And we were just talking about that because what's funny is I didn't realize it until we were talking about different stuff last night. I did not realize that a lot of the audience that I work with, they either have addiction issues or they know people that they either date or their family or their friends with that have some type of addiction issues, whether it's substances, vices, people, social media, online addiction, food addiction, you know, narcissistic traits. Like a lot of the people that I work with, that's what it is. So it's kind of weird how, yeah, you get drawn to the people that you know that are in alignment for you. Like my audience that comes towards me is the people I can help in that moment, but you may not be my audience forever, you know? So it's kind of cool how it works. Good job. That is amazing. You've been clean for almost 10 years this November. That is great, Bethany. That is great. One of my guy friends, his last name is Case also. So that's kind of interesting. And he's not recovering, but he is, he's struggling, but yeah. You watch your videos until you fall asleep. I'm glad I can put you to sleep. All right. Yeah, I'm not a performer. Because I'm a very direct person. Sometimes I need to filter before I talk to be a little more compassionate. I don't ever tend to want to come across rude, but I think sometimes my directness can be that way, and I never intend that way. But sometimes it's very difficult, especially like when I'm working with clients and I could see the struggle. It's like sometimes I want to give my personal opinion, but I can't. I have to give my professional guidance of you have free will, because you do. You always have free will. And that's the other thing is you and your soul are determined of when you're done with a lesson and when you've mastered it, when you're ready to move on. And it's not always about breaking up with the person or divorcing them or leaving them. Sometimes it is staying in it and working through it, but you are the one who has to make the decision. Because a lot of times people will come to me and they'll say, oh, you know, should I leave them? Should I stay? Should I go? It's not for me to decide. That's for you and your path and your journey. Yeah, sometimes delivery can be off a little bit like that. Yep. I'm so blunt. I have no filter. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard. Too showy on their videos. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much. All right. Well, I yapped enough. Let me get started because I know you guys probably have other stuff to do. All right. Let's get started with Aries. Like I said, we're going to do Aries all the way through Pisces. We're going to take a look and see what's the energy around you the next 48 hours. And then when we're done, we'll do ask a question, get an answer. Okay. All right. So Aries, what is the energy around you the next 48 hours? What is it you need to know? What do you need to hear? Hi, Kimberly. No, it's not my first live. I've been trying to go live every day. Remedios. Aries, somebody feels like you remind them of simpler times when life used to be so simple and so easy, the good old days. They are somebody that the two of you used to play around a lot. You used to goof off and have a good time. And you used to joke around a lot. This person is very nostalgic in the next 48 hours. They are an individual that they ran away from you and the connection the two of you once had. So this is somebody who, if they called you up and said, hey, let's go on vacation, let's just run away together after not talking for 10 years, they want to know if you'd still be their ride or die. So let's see who is this person, Aries, that is in your energy the next 48 hours, wondering if you still think about them the way they're thinking about you. Who is this person for Aries? The 10 of Cups. Wow. This is either somebody that you thought you were going to marry, you were going to spend your life with this person. There's a lot of love, a lot of laughter, and a lot of history with this person. They could have water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Wheel of Fortune. If they could go back and turn, I'm hearing that Cher song, if I could turn back time, if I could find my way, I'd take back the words that hurt you and you'd stay. So this person must have said something a very, very long time ago that made you turn your back on them. This person's thinking about you in the next 48 hours. If they could go back and change it, you're the person that they would have chosen. So this feels like somebody that, yeah, they're conflicted if they should even say something to you now. Maybe you moved on, you got married, you had children, you had a family, you moved in a different state or a different country. This is somebody who is wondering if they should reach out. If they did reach out, maybe the two of you talked about running away together when you were little kids. This is the person thinking about you. They have water in their chart, or they may have air in their chart. You hurt me, I probably hurt you. I'm not mad at you. Forgiveness and understanding are key. This is in this person's thoughts and feelings in the next 48 hours because you feel like home to them. I'm sorry I criticized you. So after you ran away from this person or you distanced yourself, you turned your back, this person talked bad about you behind your back and you found out about it. They want to apologize. They feel sorry that they criticized you, Aries. I hope that you can forgive me. One more. I see who you are. I don't think less of you for any life circumstances. I see your heart and I see your soul. So this is somebody who is very nostalgic over the next 48 hours. This is a person that you have a lot of history with from way back when. Maybe you went to college together. You went to high school together. Maybe your first jobs are together. Maybe you lived by each other as neighbors when you were little. This person is thinking about you. They're not stepping forward. But I have a feeling that you're going to see something very nostalgic in the next 48 hours that's going to resonate with who this person is. Either something's going to pop on your phone as a memory from a long time ago, something's going to pop up on your newsfeed, or you're going to see something when you're out and about. It could be like a billboard, could be something that is going to tell you who this person is. Did you guys want to do letters? I could do letters too. Grab letters. See what letters we got here. All right, we got the letter M, N, I, and W. Okay. All right, Taurus, 2316. If you're coming in the live after it started, I will put the timestamps down below. All right, Taurus, what's going on for you the next 48 hours? Marie, you're a Taurus. All right, let's see what's going on. Aries is my third party who had a prior connection on. Suzanne, okay. All right, Taurus, what's the energy around you the next 48 hours? What's the energy for Taurus? Somebody you blocked, they miss you, they want to reconnect. They feel like you've literally or energetically blocked them. They want to speak to you. They have a lot they want to say to you. Something they want to say, they want to share with you. They've been waiting for the right time for you to unblock them, that they could say this to you, Taurus. They are very much missing the passion and the chemistry between the two of you. I'm hearing that song, let me let go, darling. Let me let go. It just wasn't right. I've been 10,000 miles. So this person may live at a distance from you, Taurus. They're trying to live their best life, but they've not been able to do that. They haven't been able to let you go. Who is this person? You blocked this person. Ace of Pentacles. They want you to unblock them. They want to reach out to you. This could be an earth sign. Eight of Pentacles. You know this person, they either work, like they work themselves to the bone, like they're a workaholic, or they're all about all work, no play. Maybe that's why you broke up with them. You blocked them because all they did was work and they weren't working things out with you. Seven of Cups. You thought this person was keeping their options open. They were not. Their options were how to make more money, how to get more status, how to get more stability and security financially. They wanted to be able to tell you the truth. They feel like you don't see what the truth was. Maybe you thought you knew what the truth was, but you really didn't. This person could have Libra in their chart. They could have water in their chart. They could have earth in their chart. They want to reach out, but they need you to unblock them in order for them to reach out. Give me one more. The Hierophant. If you know who this person is, they also have Taurus potentially in their chart, Taurus. They want commitment. So if you unblock them, this person is ready to give you the commitment. They're ready to give you the option. Do you want to be with me? That's what they want to tell you. They've been waiting to say this to you, but you have potentially already let them go. All right, let's get some messages of their thoughts and feelings for Taurus. What is Taurus's person's thoughts and feelings? What are they thinking? What are they feeling at this time regarding Taurus? I sometimes still dream of you. I'm trying to do this with my head, not my heart. That was what they did. They was thinking logically. They were not thinking with their emotions. They were thinking with their head. Somebody's dog may be named Blue. The way we left things haunts me. I try to push it away. So they've tried to let you go. They've not been able to. And I am helping you now. So they're maybe trying to telepathically communicate, maybe even through this message for you to unblock them. All right, let's get a couple of letters for Taurus's person. All right, so we got the letter G. Excuse me, the letter R. The letter I. And the letter C. Okay. All right, Gemini. Hi, John. Gemini 2723. All right, Gemini. What's going on for you? Gemini, you're welcome, Marie. Hi, Marika. All right, Gemini, the next 48 hours, what's the energy around you? What do you need to know? What do you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good? Gemini. You've done the work. Now you're about to receive some abundance. Okay, so something abundant is about to start flowing for you. Working hard for my money. So hard for it, honey. You are currently focusing on your career and finances. That's been your priority, maybe over love. You're about to get some type of stability and security. You're getting abundance because you've been focusing on your career, your business, your finances. Whatever you're doing, it is working in your favor. The next 48 hours, the abundance is going to start flowing to you. If you thought that you had a blockage, maybe you had a dream when it came to your financial goals, and you thought maybe that dream has been blocked because you've not been freed to be able to do it, it's working in your favor. So whatever you've been focused on for your abundance, it's actually going to be really successful in the next 48 hours. Something's like, it's like, do you know, like when you're trying to like break a bolt, like a nut on a bolt free, and it's like really, really tough, and you try, and you can't get it, and then finally it breaks free. It's like that. Like the faucet's going to finally start abundantly flowing to you in the next 48 hours. So whatever you've been doing, it's going, and you've been making that your financial priority, it is bringing in stability and security. Look at that, the 10 of Cups. You're going to be hecka happy, like hecka happy. I'm going to say that instead of something else. Your castle will not need anything. You won't need for anything. Look at that, the 7 of Pentacles. Whatever you have been investing in, that maybe the last 7 months, maybe you started to silent invest in the stock market. Maybe you've been investing silently in a business. Maybe you've been secretly working on something behind the scenes that nobody really knew about. That return is coming back tenfold, like big time. All right, look at that, the Chariot. It's taking off whatever you've been working on. You're going to have major, major success. Your dreams are coming true when it comes to your abundance and your career. You could be getting an opportunity to travel, to go places, to go in a different area. It's bringing a lot of success for you. All right. Well, Let's see here. Any love messages or information that Gemini needs to know at this time? Anything that needs to be spoken? I thought I could walk away and forget all about you, and this, like I walked away from many others. And this could be somebody that is in your energy that is thinking about the emotional attachment. This could even be a partner that walked away from you, maybe a business partner. They thought they could walk away, like they've walked away other times, and they haven't been able to. Give me one more. Something's working in your favor. You've been struggling. I've been struggling. You're not going to struggle anymore because it's shifting in your favor. Let's get some letters for Gemini. All right. We've got the letter N, P, and R. Okay. All right. Let's move on to Cancer. 3119. All right, Cancer. What is it you need to know? You need to hear. Melissa, library. Oh, it's spelled part of his name, Suzanne? Yeah. All right, Cancer placements the next 48 hours. What do you need to know? What do you need to hear? We're on Cancer right now. Your ex is still attached to you emotionally, physically, and spiritually. They've been trying to break the connection, the habit of you. They just can't kick it. You're like an addiction that they can't kick the habit. They're very addicted to you. I'm hearing spell work. So somebody maybe has done spell work to try to get you back. They feel lost without you. They feel like this is a relationship, the only relationship they've had that's ever been stable. And now they don't have you. And they don't know what to do because they've tried to reach out potentially. They've tried to get you to get them to take them back. And they're suffering in silence and they feel lost because of it. All right, who is this person that is attached to Cancer placements? You're going to feel their energy pulling on you the next 48 hours. You're going to be like, why is my ex, why am I thinking about them? Well, this ex who you may feel is a fool is somebody who is going to be thinking about you. They may be looking at your pictures. They're going to be very heavily nostalgic. They're not over you. They may have Aquarius in their chart. They reached out to you on Valentine's Day and said, Happy Valentine's Day. That's how you're going to know who this is. Who is this person with Cancer? Temperance. They've been patient. I told you, I think they did spell work or they did some type of ritual. They did something to try to manipulate the energy to get you to come back into alignment because they feel the two of you are meant to be. They feel like if they're just patient long enough that you'll come back. They're waiting to heal things. They want to fix things. They could have Sagittarius in their chart. I'm hearing just another manic Monday. The Two of Wands, they're waiting. You may feel something strong on Monday. This is being recorded on Friday, this live. So Monday would be 2 days potentially. Something with Monday is coming through. You may feel the energy very heavy on Monday. Knight of Cups is the bottom of the deck. They may actually reach out to you by Monday. If they don't hear from you, they're trying to get you to come towards them. They're trying to get you to reach out to them, and they haven't had the opportunity. All right, let's see what some of their messages are from this person that's attached to Cancer placements. Hi, Heather Bay. Hi, Lillian. I like your name, Lillian. All right, Cancer placements. What are they thinking? What are they feeling? Hi, Katrina. He's married. Hi, Oltsy. All right, Cancer. What are their thoughts? What are their feelings? What do you need to know? What do you need to hear? Cancer placements. I don't know why. So they don't know why they're so attached to you, but they feel very drawn to you. Do you feel the same as you once did, or have I missed my chance? So I don't know if it's c'est la vie forever. They don't want it to be. They want you back. And I'm sorry, I was mean to you. It's a defense mechanism. So this could have been somebody that they were really cruel. They really hurt you. They hurt you so much that it triggered you to potentially walk away and be done with them. All right, let's get some letters. What are the letters for Cancer placement? All right. We have the letter B, A, the letter H, the letter S, and the letter D. All right, let's move on to Leo. Hi, collective. Leo, 35, 37. All right, Leo. The next 48 hours, those with Leo placement. What do you need to know? What do you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good, Leo? What do you need to know? What do you need to hear? You're being warned to not dismiss the red flags in a situation. Leo placements. What does Leo need to know? What do they need to hear? Yeah, Melissa, I'm on Leo right now. All right. Don't dismiss the red flags. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. And you have mastered the spiritual lesson. So you've graduated. You're being asked to not dismiss the red flags of this spiritual lesson. All right, Leo placements. Let's see here what this is. Two more. Leo placements. So this person you are talking to, dealing with, they're here to teach you a spiritual lesson. The Queen of Wands, you know what the lesson is? The lesson is to not lose your confidence, your stability, or to not allow yourself to fall down and conform to anyone telling you who you should be. This is about maintaining your confidence as a Leo. You know, Leos lead with the heart, so it's all about love, and sometimes you want to overlove somebody, but you lose yourself in the process. The Lovers, yes, this is a spiritually divine connection for you to learn to maintain the confidence and the love that you have for yourself. And you, in the next 48 hours, you're realizing this. You're almost having like this epiphany, this aha moment, like, oh, it makes sense. It kind of clicks together as to why this person is in my life. So what are these red flags you're being asked to not dismiss about your situation? What is the warning here? The Seven of Swords. So do not dismiss red flags if you start to lie to yourself or you start to be deceptive. It could be even the person that you're dealing with. Maybe this person is a walking red flag, and you have to realize that maybe they're not being honest with you. They're not being genuine. You want to make sure that you learn the lesson of maintaining the confidence, you know, of what your intuition or your discernment is telling you about your situation. Give me one more. Yep, there's the Magician. This is you understanding that if this is a connection that you manifested, don't lie to yourself and tell yourself, oh no, this isn't my person. Oh no, I don't need to have this person in my life anymore. There could be some self-sabotage energy that maybe you needed to understand, because this is a spiritual lesson that you are mastering in the next 48 hours. So you could be dealing with a Gemini, a fire sign, and air sign. All right, let's get some messages for Leo placements. All right, what do we need to know? What do we need to hear for those with Leo placements? What are the messages? What are the messages? What are the messages for Leo placements? You hurt me. I probably hurt you. I'm not mad at you. Forgiveness and understanding are key. That could be also a spiritual lesson, is learning how to forgive. Okay. And we have, I wish you would come back. For some of you, you might be in separation with this person. And this is the real thing. I know this could be part of the lesson of that Seven of Swords, is you could be self-sabotaging, telling yourself, this isn't my person. My person wouldn't do this to me. My person wouldn't hurt me. But you could be self-sabotaging. And your lesson is to learn to be confident that you don't have to self-sabotage your connection or your relationship. All right, let's get some letters. What are the letters for Leo? All right. We have the letter G, the letter A, the letter F, the letter L, the letter I, and the letter P. All right, let's move on to Virgo. 40-20. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Britt. Jonetta, he's a lie, cheat, and major self-centered, so I walk. Yeah, that would be a significant major lesson. If they lie and cheat. Usually people who are self-centered, it's usually because they have some type of hurt that they haven't worked through. That's usually what it is. All right, Virgo. It is safe for you to trust the situation in the next 48 hours. There's some situation you need to trust. Someone wants to have a family with you. They want to experience raising a family together. This is somebody in the next 48 hours has a ex that's also attached to them. So you may be in a relationship with somebody. You may be talking to somebody that you need to trust this person is in it, but their ex is still attached to them. So that's kind of like the monkey on the back. There's somebody that is still hoping and praying, maybe going like this behind the scenes, that you and your person are done, that you get divorced, you break up, whatever your situation is, because they do have an ex that's still attached to them in the shadows. All right, tell me more about this situation for Virgo placements. Supposed to hold their life while having kids. Oh, really, Janetta? Wow, that's crazy. You're a Leo, Robert? Okay. Let's see here. The Emperor, you could be dealing with an Aries. I'm hearing Daddy's home. 10 of Pentacles. Page of Wands. 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so Virgo, you need to trust that the situation you're in is for the long term. With the 10 of Pentacles, whoever you're with, their ex does want them back. And I will tell you, their ex is single and independent, may look good, may have a lot of money. They're going to reach out to your person in the next 48 hours. But your person, look at that. They're committed to you. They see you as their person. So you need to just trust that it's safe to love this person, to be with this person, because the situation is you and this person. Even though the ex is going to try to come in, they're going to try to talk to your person's not interested. Okay. Could be dealing with a fire sign, an earth sign, an Aries, or a earth sign. All right, let's get some communication messages for Virgo. All right, Virgo. What do you need to know? What do you need to hear about your person's thoughts or feelings, Virgo? Hi, Britt. Hi, Dor. 32 years, never knew about her for 3 years. So he was with her for 32 years, or he was with you for 32 years? Never knew about her for 3 years. That happens all the time. It's like that grass is greener syndrome people get. It's like, yeah, there's always somebody else, but doesn't mean you always have to go find somebody else. All right. Virgo, your person says, I have options and opportunities, but I still don't want anyone else. No one else is you. I told you, trust the situation. Your person only wants you. I know who you are to me. I recognize and I acknowledge the connection. I just can't do this right now. Maybe they don't want to have this conversation. And my body language says, your body language says so much. Okay. Yeah, Jonetta, sometimes I think what happens is people, especially with nowadays with the Wi-Fi and with the internet and with social media, so many times people are like, oh, well, I'll just go find somebody else. I have problems with this person, so I'll just move along to the next. But then what they don't realize is that, yeah, they may be doing that, but they're just taking their problems, and it's like that luggage I always talk about. You pull that luggage, if you don't work through and heal, you pull that luggage, that baggage into the next relationship. It gets parked in the closet until you're ready to let it resonate. It comes out in the next relationship. So, okay, sorry. You have to ask yourself what is worth staying and working through and what is actually not. And That's a lot of times I think what happens is people, because what is it? Is it FOMO? First in, first out? I think that's what people like. It's so like disposable now that a lot of times I think people think they can just go replace somebody. And yeah, you can, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're not going to have problems. You're not going to have to work through it. Relationships take two people to work. I mean, that's just what it is. It's not always going to be happy 100%. There's always going to be something to learn, something to master, something to compromise on. So it's individual discretion on what you're willing to put up with and what you're not. And I'm not saying I condone cheating, because I don't by any means for anyone, but just saying that I think sometimes when people cheat, they think, oh, I'll just go out and get somebody else to replace them. But then it's just creating more problems. All right, Libra. Yeah, he traded. Yeah. Oh, is it FIFO? First. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Thank you, Lisa. First in, first out. Okay. It all started online with them and then turned into business trips. Oh, yeah. That's not good. All right, Libra. Next 48 hours. What's going on for you? Your family has a lot of opinion about you and who you date and who you're with, and they want you to adapt to what they believe you should do, and you feel lost. This could have something to do with who you date or your belief system. Your family has a really strong opinion, and in the next 48 hours, that opinion is going to force you to either stay silent and be miserable or speak up and be free. And it's time for you to realize this is your life. If you're an adult, you have free will and the choice to make the decision of who you want to date, whether it's the same gender, whether it's somebody with a different religious background, whether it's somebody who doesn't look like your family expects them to look, or they're not the political party your family thinks that you should be with. Your family and friends are going to have strong opinions about somebody you're entertaining in the next 48 hours, and it's going to put you in a position of power. You have to stand up for yourself. 4 of Cups. Here's the thing. Is it your life or is it your family and friends' life? Because if you drop this person because of other people's opinions, you could be missing out on a really great opportunity. And you have to ask yourself that. Queen of Pentacles. It could be an earth sign that's going to be very, very controlled and possessed about what you should do. This could be a mom. It doesn't have to be a female, but it could be. It could be a dad. Could be your best friend. They could have Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in their chart. There's the Hierophant. What do you believe? Do you believe that your friends or your family should be the dictators of your life, of who you should be with or who you should choose to love? Or do you believe in your own belief system? Because you got a lot of heavy opinions around you in the next 48 hours, and your faith is being tested about your own happiness. Look at that. The Empress is at the bottom of the deck. This is you. You've been hiding or lurking in the shadows because of intimidation factors, because of not really wanting people to see who you truly are. And if you don't have a specific person that you're communicating with or you're interested in, you may be wanting to date somebody, but maybe it's not the gender your family or friends think you should date, or it's not the same religion that they think you should date. You're being put to the test to either feel lost because you're going along with what other people want you to do in the next 48 hours, or finally speak your piece and do what makes you happy. Because ultimately it's your life. All right. So other people's opinion is going to be real strong around you in the next 48 hours. All right, let's get some messages for Libra. Hi, Sana. Hi, Alba. Hi, Sally. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Ashley. I don't know what the letters for Virgo is. Virgo timestamp is 4020. You can go back and look. Thank you, Ashley. You can go back and look, Nicole. Virgo is 4020. All right, what's the messages here? I don't trust you. Maybe you don't trust the people around you. Maybe you need to be aware that you can't trust anybody but yourself. And there are times when I feel stuck in this energy. Then I pull myself out, but then I find myself right back in. Your absence is heartbreaking. You are not allowing yourself to be your authentic self. And Spirit is saying the next 48 hours, it's time for you to rise up and not let other people tell you who you're supposed to be. And maybe you don't trust that you're strong enough. You don't trust yourself. Maybe you need to spend some time in meditation to find your higher self. All right, Scorpio. Oh, wait, let's get some letters. I forgot. Forgot the letters. Hold on. Libra. Letters. All right. Let me show you this first. N. O. No friends, no family. I don't care about your opinion. No, 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 no. Okay. S. H. L. And F. All right. All right, let's move on to Scorpio. 50-55, Scorpio, is your timestamp. 50-55 for Scorpio. It resonates? Okay. Hi, Paige. Hi, Pam. Timestamp for Gemini, Pam, is 27-23. All right, Scorpio. The next 48 hours, wrong deck. Next 48 hours for Scorpio. Second one, I'm doing Cancer read. I blocked my ex because he's married, but I am aware. Oh, okay. Yep. Scorpio. Your name practically? Oh, okay. I'm doing good, Judy. How are you? All right, Scorpio. Somebody, we got a ghost appearing here. They needed to run away from you to clear the air, clear their thoughts. Well, they're slowly going to show up again. They're going to act like, hey, I'm back. No big deal. How you doing? How's it going? You good? I'm good. Like as if they didn't ghost you. Like it's no big deal. So they're going to come back unbothered, Scorpio. They're going to tell you that they have been trying to find themselves, but they couldn't find their phone to tell you that they needed to go find themselves. But now they found their phone, and now they want to find you on the other end of this phone. Okay. What and who and why? Scorpio's person. Oh, here they are. This is them. They had to ghost you. They had to go in isolation. They had to spend time by themselves. They needed to connect with themselves again. They could have addictions with the devil coming out. They could have substance issues. They could have mental health issues. They could be somebody who just really struggles. They could also be somebody who likes to play games where maybe they're a manipulator. They like to pull away because they know that it makes people triggered, and then they run back in. So there's some obsessive, possessive energy coming out with this person. Okay. Could be a Capricorn, could be a Virgo. Or a Gemini, major arcana. This is a major lesson for you. This person's going to come back. They're going to say, hey, you're my twin flame. You're my soulmate. I miss you. My divine counterpart, Pookie. I'm back. But they're going to act like it's no big deal. Doubles, doubles, doubles is all I see. This is the person, they walked away, they ghosted you. They're going to say they just needed to spend some time by themselves. They needed to find themselves. And then them ghosting you, they don't see as that big of a deal. Okay, well, what do they want? What do they want from Scorpio? What do they want? They want you. They see you living your best life. You're maybe single now. You're independent. Maybe your money looks good. Maybe you've had a change of wardrobe. Maybe your energy or your aura is very vivacious, very different, very alluring. You know, it's one of those things you can't have. You always want what you can't have. And because they don't have you, now they want you is what they want. That's the reason they're returning. Give me one more for Scorpio. This person could be a twin, the High Priestess. This is a master lesson for you. The question is, are you going to master this lesson? You have to ask yourself, am I learning whether or not I want this person or not? Am I learning what abandonment feels like and why I don't like it? Am I learning what the feeling of loss is? Or am I learning that it's okay to forgive, to have compassion for others? Because clearly this person has something going on here with the Hermit and the Devil. There's clearly something that they needed to address within themselves. Maybe they did a little bit of work. Did they actually do any work, or did they just clear their head? Did they do some work for Scorpio's person? You may know this as your twin flame. Maybe we're not in alignment. They were struggling with their emotions, I can tell you that. This is somebody who doesn't feel. They may try to mask feelings quite a bit. They were struggling with maybe their mental state of their emotions. Okay. Could be dealing with a Taurus, an earth sign, a water sign, a Gemini, a water sign, earth sign, a Virgo, or Capricorn. All right, let's see what's the messages for Scorpio's person. What are they thinking? What are they feeling? Scorpio's person. Scorpio. Sorry, give me 1 second, you guys. All right, Scorpio person, what are they thinking? What are they feeling? Hi, Patrick. I did Taurus. Timestamp is 2316, Brit. Do you feel the same as you once did, or have I missed my chance? Scorpio's person. I know you're with others. I don't like it, but I've learned to accept it for now. One more. Scorpio's person. I will show you some signs and synchronicities. Okay. All right, let's move on to Sagittarius. 5757 Sagittarius. All right, the next 40. Oh, wait, you know what? I forgot to do letters for Scorpio. Let me do your letters really quick. I totally forgot. Scorpio letters. E, W, O, O, and N. All right, Sagittarius. Let me change the timestamp. 5838. Okay, Scorpio. Yep, I just did the letters, Jamie. I almost forgot. It's just a timestamp if you're coming in after the live. Paul, it'll be interesting if this is your reading the next 48 hours. Somebody may have an opinion about who you date. But that's great. You don't care what other people think. That's the way it should be. But not everybody's that way, unfortunately. Sometimes that people think their opinion matters more than it should. All right. Sagittarius. Let's see what's happening for you the next 48 hours. Does this situation in the next 48 hours align with your values and your morals? You have to ask yourself that. You may need to pack your bags and run away and accept that everything happens for a reason. Something is happening in the next 48 hours that you have to ask yourself, do I really want this, or do I need to run the other direction ASAP and accept that it's happened? All right, let's see what this is for Sagittarius. Your integrity is being tested the next 48 hours. Your morals, your values. Seven of Pentacles. This is somebody that you're already invested in. The Page of Cups. This person is going to apologize for something. The Nine of Pentacles. What's the Page of Cups for? What is this that this person is going to apologize for? Six of Cups. And the Two of Swords. This person's going to apologize and say, you know what? I still have feelings for somebody in my past, and I'm confused. I'm not really certain if I can continue this or not, but we could still stay together while I figure it out. What? Six of Swords is saying this is a transition for you. Does this really align with your values? Does this align with your belief system that it's okay to be put in a holding pin? So if or when this person may decide that they do want to be with their ex, that they can just put you on ice, but still keep you connected in the situation while they figure it out. You have to accept that this is happening for a reason, that you have to make a judgment call for this reason. And that Six of Swords is saying, maybe it's time to move along and be single and independent from it. You have to ask yourself that question. You're going to be tested in the next 48 hours to understand this. Okay, so you could be dealing with an air sign, a water sign, an earth sign, a water sign, or an earth sign. Let's get some messages of what this person is thinking or feeling in regards to Sagittarius. What do you need to know? What do you need to hear? I'm hearing that song, I don't want to know. If you're playing me, keep it on the low. I hope that you can forgive me. This person may have already reconnected with their ex, and you're going to be blinded to find the truth of it, that they've already talked to their ex. I have old cycles, old wounds, karma, and old patterns I need to clear up. I need to work on it. This is your person. And it's important for me to stay grounded and balanced no matter what is going on. Yeah, they're trying to keep you grounded or connected to them while they're figuring out what the heck they're doing. All right, let's get some letters, Sagittarius. We have Q, U, another U, U, A, C, N, L, and V. Okay. Let's move on to Capricorn. Oh, I forgot to change Sagittarius banner. Sorry. I'm going to jump to Capricorn. But the timestamps will be down below. If you come on the live afterwards, it's 57:37. Capricorn, 10328. All right, Capricorn. Let me get a drink, then we'll get started. Janetta, my family had a lot of opinions of who I should date. I won't, don't want it, and they want me. Oh, Janetta. Hi, Liz. Yeah, I've been through that, where family wants to tell me who to date or who to marry or who to be with. People can have their opinions. You know what my dad used to say? Everybody has opinions, just like everybody has an A. You know what? That's what my dad used to say when he was alive. Everybody's got an opinion, doesn't mean you have to listen to it. You can listen to it in one ear and out the other. You have free will. All right, Capricorn, you're up. The next 48 hours, what's going on for you? Thank you, Paige, for watching me on Facebook. Thank you for joining my live. Thank you, everybody on the live. You could please comment, like the live, share it. I really appreciate it. All right, Capricorn, what's going on for you? Somebody's fantasizing about you the next 48 hours. They're looking at your pictures, your videos. They're very nostalgic. They want you back. They feel like there was emotional intimacy issues between the two of you, and it's something that they've been working on since you've not been together. This person's also been working on their money, and they've made that a priority. Now that they have more money, they feel like they're successful. Now they are fantasizing about the money that they have, spending it on you, Capricorn. They want to be raw and authentic with you, finally, that they're still holding on with you and holding on to you. So let's find out here. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Paul, that's exactly the same. Thank you for fixing it correctly. That's exactly it. Everybody's got an opinion. Da, 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 da. Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to say the words. I don't want my video to get flagged. But yes, that's exactly it, Paul. And it's true. You can have an opinion, but it doesn't mean I have to listen to it. It is what it is. Thank you, Denise. Thank you for joining my live. I need one positive reading for my love life and a partner, please. We're on Capricorn right now. All right, Capricorn, you could be dealing with a earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This person's got their money all lined up and stacked up, ready to spend. They're fantasizing it. This was somebody you knew in the past. They were broke. They didn't have any money. They were in a lack mindset, a lack position, when they weren't able to provide emotionally, financially, physically, or even spiritually in the past. But now, look at that. They're coming in with this 10 of Cups. They're like, wow, I still have all of these feelings and emotions that I did not want to express in the past. I'm ready to go all in. They're ready to give you every single emotion there is. And they're ready to give you money too. They're inspired. They want you. Could be a water sign or an earth sign. Look at that. The Wheel of Fortune. This is a turning point. You're going to like see this person and be like, what? Who are you? After all this time, wow, you've really done well for yourself. This person is turning or has turned their life completely 180 difference. They're a different person than who you knew in the past. They could have Pisces or I'm seeing Cancer also. Okay. Give me one more for Capricorn. Here they come with their communication. They're coming in really quick. It's going to kind of like knock you out. Like, what? Did I just see that alert come through from that person? You're going to be a little bit surprised because it comes in so fast. So for a lot of you, this is in the next 8 days that this is happening. For some of you, it might be 8 weeks. All right. Well, let's see what their feelings are that they would speak. If they could speak, what would they say? Sounds like you need a Capricorn. Yeah. Paul, no problem. I love what you do. Great reading. Thank you for watching, Paul. Hope you have a good Friday. All right, Capricorn, what's your person thinking and feeling? Capricorn. I lived my life through you. So that you were their motivation. You didn't even know it. You were their silent motivation to get their life together. All right. 2 more. You made me feel something. This was confusing. That was them not being able to work through those emotions in the past. Memories of us still linger even after all this time. Okay. Let's get some letters. What are the letters for Capricorn? The Capricorn you know ignores you, Rebecca. Letter E. The letter N. The letter T, the letter P, the letter G. All right. We're moving on to Aquarius. 10901. 10901. All right. Aquarius, next 48 hours. Move this over. All right, Aquarius. Paul, I do ask a question, get an answer after all the signs. I'm on Aquarius. We're going to go through Pisces, and then I'll do your question. All right, Aquarius. Next 48 hours. What is it you need to know, you need to hear? Somebody wants to apologize. You can expect an apology to hear an apology from somebody. Aquarius. They're going to tell you that you truly are divine. You are special. Your energy is something that they can't get enough of. This is a person that played really hard to get with you before. That's what they're going to apologize for. They're going to say, you know what? I'm sorry. I was goofing around. I was playing games. I was just living my best life, not realizing that you were truly somebody that I should have spent more time with. They couldn't get enough of you in the past, but now they're realizing they want more of you. Look at that. The Ace of Swords. It's coming in very crystal clear for this person. They need to apologize, that they're going to have to unwrap the issues that they created between the two of you. And there's that Chariot. For some of you, this person's going to show up at your house or your relative's house or somewhere where you frequent. They're actually going to speak to you in person. You're going to get this apology from this person. And they're going to say, you know what? You really were special, and I should have protected the integrity of the situation. Give me one more. They could have Cancer, fire, or air in their chart. Yep, Page of Cups. That's that apology. They're going to ask for forgiveness because they want to have another chance with you. They're hoping if they're empathetic to what they've done and you give them some sympathy that you'll actually take their apology. This is what they want. They want to heal things with that Sun card. Could be dealing with a Leo, a Cancer, water sign, fire sign, air sign. Firm boundaries might be needed if you don't want this person back because they really do want you. All right, let's get some messages, what they're thinking or feeling. Aquarius. You're welcome. Hi, Jen. Debbie, I'll do ask a question, get an answer afterwards. 1:11 on the clock. All right, Aquarius. What's your person thinking or feeling? I hope you're happy for me. Okay. You are beautiful. I started to feel safe with you enough to let my guard down a little. Your coldness hurts so much. You might be really cold to this person. All right, let's get some letters. All right, we have the letter H, the letter E, the letter E, the letter I, and the letter N. All right. We are on Pisces, 1/12/39. 1/12/39. All right. Pisces. All right, Pisces, the next 48 hours, what do you need to know? What do you need to hear? Pisces. Pisces placements. You could be dealing with a twin flame. One more. Pisces. Next 48 hours for Pisces. Someone is secretly yearning for you. Could be your twin flame if you haven't met them yet, or if you're in separation with them, they could be yearning for you. They are going within and they're trying to figure out what they want in their life. And part of what's missing in their life, there's a space in their heart and their soul, and that space is you. Yeah, you are somebody that either they haven't met you yet and they're yearning for you, and you're going to feel like a shift in the energy around you in the next 48 hours, or you already know who this person is. They're going to be longing for you, and you're going to feel their energy very heavy the next 48 hours. Pisces, who is this person that is longing for you, that is a great mystery? Somebody that this twin connection that's in separation, this person doesn't feel whole because they don't have their twin, which is you, Pisces. Page of Swords. Air energy. Queen of Cups, their heart and their soul is desiring this love, desiring this union. The Lovers, I told you. So you either know this person, they're a Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or they're an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Or if you don't know them, you're going to feel this. If you're like, oh, I've never met my twin, Teresa, I don't know who that is. You're going to feel a sense of somebody pulling on your energy, that there's a longing and a yearning the next 48 hours. And you're going to like Why do I feel this energy? If you don't know how to feel your own energy versus someone else's, you have to know what your own energy feels like in order to feel the presence of other energies. So if you don't know how to do that, you need to work on that first, but then you will feel this twin is yearning for you. They're looking for their twin. Oh, look at that. The Empress and the Eight of Wands. Whoever it is, they live at a distance. Ace of Wands, Four of Wands, Four of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. This is somebody who deeply desires their other person. They feel like, you know, some people, when they're single, they feel like they don't operate at their best version. This is that type of person where they feel like they operate better when they're with their person. And for some of you, you already know who this person is. For others, if you haven't met this person, they're seeking you out. When are you going to potentially meet this person? You're going to feel the energy in the next 48 hours. I was going to say June. They're manifesting you right now. 3 weeks, 3 months. For some of you, it may not be till 3 years. You may even be like around fall season, like bonfire season might be when you meet this person. Okay. Could be dealing with a water sign, an earth sign, air sign, fire, water, fire, Taurus, and Gemini. All right, let's get some messages. For Pisces placement, what are the messages you need to know, you need to hear? Pisces. Linda, your ex is Pisces? Yep. You might feel the energy really heavy. You'll know, Sonia, trust your intuition. I'm sorry I criticized you. So if this is somebody you know is your twin that you're in separation with, they criticized you. They're sorry for that. This is for those of you that haven't met your twin. They dream about you. You may even have a dream about them in the next 48 hours. They may try to meet you in the 5D on a soul level. They may try to communicate with you through dreams. Give me one more. Did I lose you? This is somebody who's going to try to telepathically communicate with you. If you know this person's questioning, did I lose you? Are you gone for good? Can I get you back? Because I'm sorry I criticized you. For those that you haven't met, this person's going to try to communicate with you through your dream the next 48 hours. They may try to telepathically communicate. The signal feels very faint, so they may lose connection and then they may wonder, did I lose you? Did I miss out on how I'm going to meet you or when I'm going to meet you? Okay. Let's get some letters for Pisces. You're welcome, Andy. Letters. All right. Ooh, you get a lot. U, P, V, E, U, S, and H. All right. That's all I got for all signs. If you guys want to stick around, I'm going to do ask a question, get an answer. The way it works, if you've never done this before, you've never been on my live, is I do one question per line. I don't scroll back up. So if you don't get your question answered, you can put it back down below. I try to answer as many questions as I can in the time period allotted. I don't really put a set time, but I do have a headache again. So I may not be on here very long, but we will see what I can answer. All right. All right. Patrick, I'm going to answer you because I just seen your first question. Who's coming towards you in the next 48 hours, Patrick? Let's take a look here. Somebody you had an ending with, a painful ending with. They may have Leo in their chart. I just seen the Strength card. This is somebody who has a lot of pride and a lot of ego. Yeah, it's somebody that you have a history, you have a past with. All right. Yes, Charlotte, you can put your question in there. Jonetta, will he leave me alone this weekend? Jonetta, will he leave you alone this weekend? No. You're going to be towered. He may show up at your house. He may call you and say, hey, I'm outside the driveway. I cut communication with a guy and he ghosted and blocked me. Why? Martine, why did he ghost you? Or why did he block you? Well, he wasn't being honest. We've got the moon and we've got the seven of swords. Oh, seven of swords. He wasn't being honest with you about something. He was keeping secrets about somebody else, some other feminine energy, or someone who has fire in their chart. So he wasn't being honest with you. Shelly, let me pull you a card. Ooh, you got an opportunity, either commitment or a job opportunity. Ooh, whatever you do for work or how you make money, maybe it's a side hustle, it's about to blow up. Whatever it is, you're about to be really recognized for that. Charlene, does Gabe have romantic feelings for Charlene? Well, Gabe's a little stubborn. Yeah, the truth is he didn't have feelings for anybody. He's a little stubborn with his feelings. And Charlotte, is Jack my twin? Charlotte, is Jack my twin? No, he's not. Liz, is my ex happy with the new person? Liz, is your ex happy with the new person? Liz. No, he's thinking about separating with that person. Let's see. Pam, can you pull a card for me? All right, Pam, let me get you a card. Got the Hangman. Why? You need to let something go. Something you keep thinking about, keep analyzing. You need to surrender and let it go. It could be a person, place, thing, belief system, a pattern. When you do, you're about to have a brand new beginning. All right. Andy, should I call my ex? You haven't spoken in over a year. Should Andy call his ex? Should Andy call his ex? No, you need to hold back and walk away. Sana, does my partner still love me? Your partner, I don't know if they put you in a third-party situation, but they have dropped the emotions. There's too much burden. There's too much extra responsibilities. There's too much, I have to be accountable for your feelings and emotions instead of my own. So I don't see that love is current in the current energy. Lynn, how is my person feeling about me? Your person sees that you like to fight a lot. You like things a certain way. You need to let go of some type of bad way of communication. Sometimes you got to just say, you know what, it is what it is, and just walk away from a disagreement instead of trying to convince somebody to see things from your perspective. Ashley, will Brandon come back? Ashley, will Brandon come back? No, I think Brandon's done. Peggy, does my person have feelings for me? Peggy, does your person have feelings for you? Your person thinks you're really a happy-go-lucky, positive person, and they're trying to let their guard down for you. They don't necessarily have feelings beyond, like, more surface level, like, hey, I'm still trying to get to know you. It's not like I'm madly in love with you. It's more like a friend zone type feeling. Let's see. Jackie, will I sell my home soon? Jackie. You're holding out for something here in the near future when it comes to the home. There's something, I'm seeing water, so there's something with the pipes you don't realize. If you get an offer, it's not going to go through because of inspection reasons. You may want to make sure that the plumbing is up to date or up to code, something with the water. You're holding out for more money than what it should be. If you let go of the emotional attachment and you do get an offer in March, you may be happy with the offer if you take it. But you have to let go of the emotional attachment. But I do see an offer coming in March. Deborah, is he my true partner? Deborah. Is he Deborah's true partner? Sorry, that was loud. You have two people here. One's, oh my God, you got three. Are you trying to manifest while you're talking to people? One person lives at a distance, one person you have unresolved issues with, and the other person is non-committal. So I would say no. Anybody in your energy right now, two of them are younger, the other one's older than you. None of these are your people. You're trying to manifest something, but I think your manifestation, it's kind of like I talked about, like the diner, and you place your order to the universe. You placed your order, it's already in, but now you're trying to change your order, but you can't. It's kind of like that. The universe is getting confused on what is it that you truly want to manifest. Let's see. Martine, are you going to sell your land soon? Martine, are you going to sell your land soon? Yeah, I think you need to let it go. I think you need to be practical with what you can actually get for it. You may be overzealous. You may be immature on what it's actually worth, maybe inexperienced in what you really know the value of it. You may need to have it assessed and be practical with letting it go. Meaning if you get a good offer, you may want to take it. Of course, you have free will. Terry, do you have a soulmate coming in soon? I see a karmic mate coming in for you. You have to, you're going to be tested again. You're going to be tested. Do you know what really makes you happy? You have, I see you have a karmic soulmate coming in. What about a romantic? No. You're being tested to see your value and your worth before you're going to get a romantic soulmate or even a romantic partner. What does he really want from me, Jonetta? What does he really want from you? He likes to fight with you. He likes to argue. He wants you to put your pride and your ego to the side. He wants you to work hard investing in him. He feels like he's not going to carry the pressure or the burden or the weight of your pride or your ego. Maybe he's carried it long enough. Let's see. Denise, any message from Paul? Denise, any message from Paul? Oh, yep. He's coming in with communication. And you're looking at the communication like, really? That's how you break the ice? This is exactly what you're going to say? You're kind of looking at him like, really? That's what you're saying? Paulette, what do I see for Paulette? A cycle's closing out for you, Paulette. Your intuition already knows that it's something that needs to be closed, but you keep being caught up in your head about it. Yeah, you need to let go of the fear and anxiety. Work on your confidence, building up your confidence to get what you want. Walking away is going to bring you more potential in the future than staying stuck in it. Staying stuck and stagnant and it isn't serving your highest good. It could be a person, place, a belief system. Something isn't working anymore and it's time to cut it. And you clearly know it because your intuition's been telling you, but you've been fighting it. Tracy, are Dale and I going to be together? Tracy and Dale, are you going to be together? 1 minute you guys have this I love you to death type relationship. The next minute, I can't stand you. Get away from me. You guys are on this teeter-totter. You both are in this emotional upheaval. You both may be addicted to the highs and the lows of, it's almost like, it feels very heavy like drama. So you both could be addicted to this high, low, high, low. And if you want to work it out and have a healthy relationship, you both are going to have to be empathetic to what really is happening. Why are the highs so extreme and why are the lows so extreme? There's a need of balancing of the energy on your side and on his side. And you both really do need to forgive each other. Until you can both be empathetic and truly forgive each other, you're going to continue this up and down energy. Debbie, what's up with Sage? Sage or Sage? I'm not sure how to say that. Sorry. What's up with Sage? 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 How do you say that? I don't know. Well, this person is somebody who likes to make a lot of promises, but doesn't really make the investment on those promises. Like, I'm going to buy the moon and the stars for you, but I don't really have any money to buy it, but I'm not going to tell you that. Or I'm going to come visit you, but I don't have a visa that I can get into your country to visit you. This person's promising investment that's not bearing fruit. And I think you know that. I think you know that the return on investment's just not there. Words and actions aren't matching for some reason there. I don't do legal, Savannah. I'm so sorry. Legal, medical, I don't do that kind of stuff. You might want to seek professional counsel on that. Sana, you can get a private reading either on Zoom. I have live reading options, 30 minutes, or you can do a pre-recorded on my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. D-Money, what's your purpose? I'm hearing that song, working hard for my money, so hard for it, honey. Well, your purpose is you're supposed to be doing something for yourself. You're supposed to be an entrepreneur, but you keep trying things that are not working out, and it's because you're not following your passion, your desire. Part of the magician is, what is it in your soul that's calling you? That's when you take physical action on the earthly 3D realm. That is where you're supposed to be. But you're doing things that you feel at a loss, you feel like, oh, it's just not working. It's because you're not passionate about it. If you're not passionate about it, you're not going to be successful. So you need to figure out what is your passion. If you don't know, you need to spend some time by yourself. Get to know your higher self, do meditation, spend some time in nature, really connect with what is driving you, what is making you happy, what's going to make you feel successful. Okay. Let's see, Paulette, am I wasting my time on Brooks? Paulette, are you wasting your time on Brooks? Paulette. Brooks is kind of feels very inconsistent. You're not on the same level. You're wanting happiness, but he's kind of turning his back on really what happiness is. I think he doesn't really know what he wants. He's not confident. He's not confident he can handle you either. You come across very strong. Maybe you're strong in your virtue, your values, you know who you are. And there could be a miscommunication because of that. I don't think he's in alignment with you. Amina, me and him are Aries, which is unfolding. Amina, you and your Aries, what's happening? Amina. I got one more minute, then I'm getting off here. Amina. You need to keep your options open, clearly. Yeah. Nothing's going to unfold. You're going into separation. And it could be because you need to take action elsewhere. Yeah. Your intuition is going to tell you that you need to let this one go. All right. Let's see. Hi, Gail. All right, Lynn, are my secret admirers still watching? Do they live close by me? Let's see here, Lynn. Lynn. One more. Lynn. One is online. One lives close to your house. You already know it intuitively. One of them, do you have an older adult son? Because if it is, it's that one of your son's friends or somebody that's like a younger man. It's one of his friends that has a crush on you. There's a significant age difference here. Obsessed with you, Lynn. All right. Let me do, let's see here. Thank you, Paulette. Hugs. Let's see. Diana. I'm with my ex. We have a son together, wondering how it's going to go. Diana, you and your ex. I see you both trying to persevere through this. You guys might end up getting married, living together, having stability and security. Your person is thinking about long-term stability with you. Will this reading be online so we can go back? Yes, the live will be on there. I'll put the timestamps after it's done processing and uploading. I'll put the timestamps if you need the timestamps. Andy, what should I be doing as a professional? I'm stuck in corporate America and need to change. Andy, well, you better take an opportunity before corporate America takes it out from you. The universe has been speaking through you. You've been getting signs and synchronicities you're ignoring, that you're supposed to put an end to this corporate job. You're not supposed to be in corporate America. All right, well, you're going to be out on your tushy if you don't do something about it. Whatever you're doing, it has something to do with involved with speaking, communication, or travel. Give me one more. Yeah. What do you really, really like obsessed with doing? Do you like to talk a lot? Do you like to help people with their problems? Do you like to read books? Do you like to write books? Do you like to write poetry? Do you like to tell people what to do? What is it that you're obsessed with? There's something you're obsessed with. That's your higher purpose, Andy. That's what you're supposed to be doing for a living. Maybe there's something in your job in corporate America you're doing now. You're just supposed to take that skill set, that wisdom, and go do it as your own business. Plug and play it into something that is for you. I can tell you with that tower, it's pending. It's a TikTok. The universe has been giving you the signs to move you. Sometimes they do is they pick you up, they pluck you out of where you're at, and they put you on your tushy because, hey, you're not supposed to be over there anymore. I think you already know it. You're in ADT security. Okay, so you have to ask yourself, what are you passionate about? When you think about, if you could pick any job, regardless, that you would be taken care of financially for the rest of your life, what does your soul pull you? And if you don't know, you need to go into meditation, spend some time in nature, balance your masculine and feminine energy out, ground your energy, and the answers will come to you. And ask for it. Say, universe, God, whatever you believe in, give me the signs and synchronicities of where my soul is calling me to go. My higher self, give me those signs. And you watch what comes in front of you. You have to believe it. It's going to happen. All right. Nicole, last question. Will I find love in 2026 or reconcile with an ex? All right, Nicole. Nicole. One more. Nicole. You turned your back on your ex for a reason. There was a lot of investment. You need to sacrifice. You've sacrificed enough with that person. You need to let that go. You may still love that person. You may be waiting for an opportunity to commit with that person. They may have air in their chart or they may have earth in their chart. Let that go. This person abandoned you. They're not committal to you. Now, I do see that you do have marriage in your future. There is somebody else that you're going to meet. Now, this person is either significantly older or significantly younger. There's an age difference between the two of you that you're going to meet them when you're going through some type of financial hardship. You're not looking for love, but that's when love is going to present itself. This person could have fire in their chart. They could have Taurus, double Taurus placements, or they could have earth in their chart. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. All right. That is all I have for today, you guys. I have a headache. I must go. I've been on here for a very long time. So thank you, everybody, for joining live. If you're coming in after, I will put the timestamps down below once it's done processing. I really do appreciate everybody who participated. I hope you have a beautiful and wonderful Friday. Bye-bye.